that don't speak Anishinaabemowin or Ojibwe, you can call me by my English name, which is Michelle. I am, as Megan said, the project director at Intertribal Council of Michigan, and I kind of fell into that position through some work that the W.K. Kellogg Foundation was doing. About 7 years ago, they were restructuring and wanted to work more with tribes in the state, but didn't know how to approach them. And so because of the work I was doing, at that time I was teaching. I have a background in both health and education. But at that time I was working at a small elementary school. Actually, the entire school district, K through 12, was 500 students, and I was the intervention specialist the last 5 years I was there. And one of the things that we did to kind of change things in our school district was change how we were talking to each other and communicating and breaking down silos. We had a number of students who weren't making it in the classroom, but then they, you know, when we looked at what their needs really were, you know, we found ways to work with the tribe in ways that the school had never thought of. You know, instead of sending a child to special ed for half the day, how about we just have somebody from mental health services come over to the school and provide some help for a student who might be in need and whose parents might not have transportation, or, you know, different things that the students need. So we just kind of rethought how we were doing things. And in 2-3 years' time, our native students were outscoring our non-native students on standardized test scores across the board, 3rd through 12th grade. And all it was just about networking and communicating and thinking outside the box and working with people that we typically wouldn't want to work with. Or I shouldn't say wouldn't want to work with, although it feels like that quite a bit. And I did get myself in a lot of trouble, like, well, why can't we call them? But anyway, Kellogg had approached the Intertribal Council and said, we want to figure out how to get community health and safety and education to work together. So how can we do this? And so I started off working there, and that's been kind of my niche. And I am really honored today to introduce Dr. Orrin Hesterman because of his same kind of flair and flavor. I'm amazed at how small our world really is, and it's comforting when we come across people doing good work, and it's inspiring to see how it all connects. Dr. Hesterman started off as a young man from Northern California. He worked on a cattle ranch, and in the early 70s became an organic farmer growing alfalfa sprouts, and is now a national leader in sustainable agriculture and food systems. He is respected for his work in policymaking, philanthropy, and advocacy. He's authored a number of papers and articles, and now also a book, The Fair Food, Growing a Healthy and Sustainable Food System for All, which I believe you can find upstairs for sale, and he was doing some signings today. In the 80s, he served as a member of the faculty at Michigan State University, where he taught and conducted research in forage and cropping systems management, as well as sustainable agriculture. His professional life also includes work as a fellow, and I'm a fellow, so it was awesome, you know, to learn that we had crossed paths at some point, at the W.K. Kellogg Foundation, as well as a project director in their food systems and rural development initiatives, where he was able to support communities all over the nation to support their local food systems, build sustainable agriculture, and create markets to support small-scale family farming, which, you know, we see the impact of that in our small community. So it's great to see that connected across the nation as well and have those conversations. He's now the founder and CEO of the Fair Food Network, which is celebrating its 10th year and is a nonprofit that connects people to the power of food in their community to create health and wealth within that community. And I believe he's ready to share more about the Fair Food Network today, so please welcome Dr. Orrin Hesterman.